A year ago this time, the city of Wuhan went into lockdown. Since then, over 95 million people worldwide have been infected and 2 million of them died of COVID. China, the most populous country on Earth, with 1.4 billion people, recorded less than 90,000 cases of infection and a death toll of lower than 5,000. The numbers are better than those countries a fraction of size, such as Panama. With a population less than 0.5% of China's, Panama has seen more of its citizens being infected and dying from the virus. How did China achieve this? What is lockdown like over there? Is there a secret recipe to success? Welcome to Straight Talk. I'm Sharon. China has indeed presented a fabulous set of numbers. As infection seems to be skyrocketing in the West, some experts here have expressed their admiration for China's control of the outbreak and started calling for a Chinese-style lockdown. Is the outbreak truly under control in China? Do these experts really know how lockdown is done over there? Today, I'd like to invite you to see how things are done in some of the Chinese cities. Before I show you the clips, here is an instruction issued by the municipal government of Shenyang. It was posted online about 2 weeks ago. This is a common approach taken by many cities in China. Through infectious disease tracking and assessment using big data, accurate checks must be performed on people exposed to polluted settings. 3 levels of seal-off must be enacted against them. That is, sealing off their households, sealing off the blocks they live in, and sealing off the residential compounds they live in. Now, having that in mind, here is a clip taken in Dalian, a beautiful beach city in Liaoning province. What a bunch of people are doing is welding the residents who have been confirmed positive in their homes. No joking at all. The authorities are blocking their passageway by placing a steel plate outside their door. Here's another video from last year. As you can see, they were doing exactly the same thing, and that was in Wuhan during the first outbreak. Now, this was taken recently in Hebei province, a province neighboring Beijing. The video shows a SWAT team moving in on an elderly man who was suspected of having a fever but refused to be taken away by authorities. You can see that the SWAT team used something that looked like a fish rod to pull the man back, and others quickly fumigated the area. Some say that this might have been a drill. If it was, the government was clearly preparing some tough measures for something very serious. As the Chinese New Year is approaching, many students have started returning home. Because of the government's intense propaganda effort, families have started reporting on their own children who traveled from other provinces. This is a boy returning home from Shenyang University. The mother was seen shouting to him, "Why are you coming home? Don't you put us in harm's way?" She's spraying alcohol solution on her son, who was standing at least 2 meters away from her. She didn't even let him in to use the toilet. The father reported the son's arrival to authorities. So at the end, the boy was taken to another location for 14 days of quarantine. By the way, the conditions of those quarantine places are very poor. I will talk about that in just a minute. Authorities have also set up checkpoints around major road junctions to block anyone from leaving any infected area. Mind you that these are no ordinary checkpoints. If you see closely, everyone here is equipped with a metal bar, and by the look on their faces, they mean business. They are ready to strike down anyone who does not follow their orders. You must understand that these are not bad people. However, they're under strict orders, and if broken, they will face punishment, such as having a pay cut or even losing their jobs. Here is a clip showing how the Chinese police is dealing with lorry drivers who must travel in and out of a city in Hebei that has confirmed cases. Besides showing proof that they are fit for travel, the lorry drivers have to be sealed in. Can you see the police taping the door? The drivers are not allowed to get out of the lorries until they have left the infected city. Some spend a good part of the day delivering to different places before they leave. You know what this means? This means that they will have to eat and respond to nature calls behind the wheel, literally. Can you imagine putting our lorry drivers through this? The city of Shijiazhuang sent over 20,000 people to makeshift units in another more remote city for quarantine. These temporary structures are typically built within a matter of days. People in the West are often marveled at the speed at which China puts up these buildings. What they don't know is how basic those structures are. On the 16th of January, China's National Health Commission reported 90 cases of confirmed infection for Hebei province. On the 15th, another 90 confirmed cases were reported for the same place. On the 14th, still another 19 cases. And on the 13th, you know what? 90 cases again. And you know what? On the 12th, you still got 90 confirmed cases of infection. People joked that there was no need for them to check the numbers because it would remain the same. My friends who live in China told me that they would not be surprised if the actual number of deaths in China last year was 10 times or even 100 times more than what was reported officially. This is how much the Chinese people trust their own government. The terrifying thing is that many other countries seem to believe that China has been doing a great job in containing the virus outbreak, and some even call it one of the safest places in the world. I can't help wondering, is this the type of lockdown you would want for yourself, your family, and your neighbors? In the unfortunate event that you get infected in China, you will become dispensable. Individual life is not respected over there. Is this the kind of society you hope to live in? People who have questioned the official data in public or leaked damning information about the outbreak have been punished. The 3 citizen reporters who were arrested last year for disclosing the real death number in Wuhan are still missing. Professional reporters such as Zhang Zhan were arrested for disorderly behavior and sentenced to 4 years in prison. It is sad that these events are still happening in China today, and there are no signs of slowing down. Large flocks of crows have been spotted in the sky in Henan province and Hebei province. In Chinese culture, crows are birds of ill omen, signs of death and darkness. Crows are believed to be highly sensitive to smell of the dying. Large flocks of crows were seen hovering above Wuhan last year. Let's be clear about the truth and not place false hope in more militant measures. Let's pray for strength, wisdom, and courage. It may help us better. This is it for today. I would love to hear your comments. Please do share them down below. If you have enjoyed today's video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you next time.